Hey YouTube, this is Dean making another vid. If you like my content, please consider hitting the like button. Also, please consider subscribing, as it is very much appreciated. Okay, discussion piece on antler builds. I didn't realise, I just had a look at them, and I've got a fair few now. I've also got, my mate Jack's father was good enough to give me a set of antlers. I showed a couple of weeks ago a full set of antlers. I'm not exactly sure what species of deer they came from, but yeah, they were quite a large piece. This is the crown end off one of them. One set had been drilled and had a piece buffed off them. I can't remember which part. Anyway, that one was part of it, and that one is a part of it. So what I did with it, I said to Jack I would make his father a knife and put a set of antler handles on it, and as a thank you for the gift of those antlers. But I'm going to utilise as much of it as I can. I've got these two are going to be made into antler builds. I'm not sure. I'm going to keep this one, but I might give this one away yet. I don't know. They're just there. But anyway, I wanted to show those off. Yeah. I don't think I'm going to make too many more. I've got enough now to, for antler builds. I've done a fair few of them. This one is going to be quite a good one. It feels really good in the hand so far. I've cut the channel. I've got the strike plate to put in there. I've just got to fit it up. I'm going to cut the channel in this one and then put the strike plate in it as well. Yeah, let's go on to these ones. These two are different. Oh, actually, I've got three. I made up a kit. This is a belt pouch I made years ago. I think it was my first attempt at a belt pouch. So, yeah, I put that one in there too. So it's got all the gear you need for everything in it, and it's got one of my antler builds in it as well. So I've got those three. These ones are unquenched. They're just normal files put into the antlers. So yeah, these are a classy build, and probably if I was just making a file striker, this would be what I'd do. I'd get a piece of antler. You can buy them from Pet Barn or whatever as dog chews, and then just cut the channel out, put it in there, glue it in. I just 5-minute araldite, and then make them up. And if I don't strike it, that's a terrible strike. Anyway. I'm having a terrible time at it, chipping my stones out really badly. As you can see, these are unquenched. They're just normal files on quartzite. Spark really well. Sharp edge. I don't know what's going on today. I'm having big troubles. They work really well. If you don't have access to a forge, probably use a bit of stone. Anyway, and want to just make up a classy, I've got dropsies and everything, classy build, I think these are probably one of the best builds you can make for a file striker. Yeah, just bury them in a piece of antler and away you go. I honestly believe these are probably the best builds you can make for antlers, for fire builds. I personally, I wouldn't drill them and then put them in an Altoids tin. These will still fit in a tin, especially the smaller ones, you know, but I just think they look so much better. The antler gives you a little bit better grip on them. It just elevates the build up, and I particularly like this lighter antler, and it just looks really good. It's a really classy build, and that's a really nice striker for someone, you know, for half an hour's work on a grinder and then just cutting it out. You don't need many tools to do it. It's really easy to do. You don't need a forge to get it done, and it works really well. I think these are some of my favourite builds. Yeah, they are fantastic, easy to do. That takes me on to these ones. These are quenched. I put them in the forge and quench the strike plates. That is my favourite striker out of all of these antler builds. The piece of antler is just beautiful. It's really smooth. It's a beautiful white, that white ivory-like antler. Yeah, it's the first one I ever did with the quenched strike plate. Yeah, it was just a perfect storm. Feels really good in the hand. And once you quench them, like I've always said, they just shower sparks. I think that was a Wiltshire file. I pretty well only buy Wiltshire files. Yeah, spark really well. They spark better than when they're not quenched. Yeah, just a fantastic build. I really, really like that build. Yeah, if you've got the ability to quench them, I don't think you can harm them by quenching them. And then that's my last one I did. Again, quenched strike plate. I did stamp this one with the O. Yeah, really nice. It fits in the hand really well. Sparks. I think it sparks better than the other one, if anything. I know, they burn in my hand. But anyway, yeah, suits it really well. It's just a really nice, they're my two quenched ones. And then my three unquenched. I've done a couple of videos on these antler builds. I'm a big fan of them. I really like them. Yeah, they're fantastic. As I said, if you're doing a file build and want to elevate the build a little bit, I definitely think give these a go. And you can, if you don't have the ability to harvest antler from wherever, cast antlers or whatever, definitely have a look at Pet Barn or the equivalent as dog chews. You can certainly buy them. I've also found you can buy them off Etsy, but that is a little bit of a drama because you can buy it's hard to tell how big they are, and I got caught. I bought a small set of antlers, but that was me not knowing what the antlers were. But if you can get onto bigger antlers, because you need them about that round, because you've got to be able to bury the plate in, because if you look, that's almost exactly the same as that build, and that'll fit that a file in there. That's the one I modelled that one on. So yeah, it's going to fit a file in really well there. But I've got the strike plate there. I'm just gonna, when I go over to Jack's place on Sunday, I'm going to put the strike plate in and harden it and bury it in there. I've got this other strike plate. This is out of a rasp, but I've actually got to cut it so that it'll fit in there properly. So yeah, because it's blind at this end, because I didn't want to cut into the crown. So yeah, but I'm going to do all that. I might not get these done this week, but yeah, I've got a 5 lot order I've got to get done. So yeah, I've got to get onto them. So yeah, but anyway, yeah, I definitely really enjoy these antler builds, and as I said, if you've got the ability, if you want to raise your fire builds up to, like, add a little bit of class to your builds, I definitely think by adding a little bit of antler to the build, it certainly elevates the build a bit. Yeah, and as I said, I don't think I need any more than those more. I've pretty well covered my, like, I've got a couple of small ones, a medium one, and then yeah, the larger ones. So yeah, that's pretty much covered it as far as it goes. And I might give that one away, and yeah, I might keep that one. Yeah, I don't know. I'll see what happens. But yeah, I'll probably do this one and give it away as a gift to someone. I don't know yet. That'll see what happens. Anyway, it's just a bit of a discussion on antler builds, and yeah, you definitely don't have to quench them, but I think most times they certainly benefit from quenching, because the files are made as files and they temper them a bit, whereas if you quench them, they aren't tempered and they are as hard as possible. So yeah, they tend to spark better. 99 times out of 100, they'll spark better if you quench them. Anyway, yeah, a little bit of a ramble about antler builds and showing the ones I've got. Yeah, as I said, I love these. I love them. Antler adds a very tactile thing to the build, and they're very visually pleasing to my eye anyway. And yeah, now that I've got a bit of antler to fool around with, I'm really enjoying it. I made a heap of toggles up and all that as well, so I'm adding a lot of toggles to my builds as well, to all different bits and pieces. Anyway, thanks for watching.